Welcome! This video highlights the writing macro skill. This is all about expository texts, its purpose, structural elements, and features. At the end of this video, you should be able to determine the purpose, structural elements, and features of expository texts. As a student, you're expected to write different essays in the duration of your academic experience. Most often than not, these essays ask you to explain an idea by defining it, giving examples, or comparing and contrasting it with another idea. An essay is a short piece of writing about a particular topic. It often gives the thoughts or opinions of the writer about the topic. There are different types of essays, and one of those is an expository essay. In this type of essay, the writer explains the idea by defining, giving examples, and comparing and contrasting ideas, then give the writer's opinion about it. The word expository is actually derived from the term exposition, the verb form of which is to expose. To expose means to reveal something, to make something known, or to disclose something. When you expose a topic or a subject matter, you make that topic or subject matter known. You disclose details about it, or you reveal unknown or hidden information that pertains to it. The primary purpose of an expository essay is to provide details or information about a specific topic or subject matter. This is done in a manner by which its audience, the intended readers, will understand. As it gives out information, it may also describe, analyze, clarify, and/or explain the topic at hand. In writing an expository essay, you may organize information by using one or several patterns of development. These patterns help readers better understand the relationship between statements in the essay. The different patterns of development are definition, comparison and contrast, cause and effect, problem and solution, and sequence. The definition pattern of development is an explanation of the meaning of a certain word or phrase. It can be used to explain a technical term, concept, or process. For example, the topic is patriotism. Since the pattern of development is definition, the text must explain the meaning of the word patriotism. Patriotism is the feeling of pride, devotion, and attachment to one's homeland and its citizens. The next pattern of development is comparison and contrast, where the author states the similarities and differences of two or more things. It makes use of signal words like similarly, to contrast, on the contrary, the same as, and like. For example, the author is comparing patriotism and nationalism. Generally, patriotism is defined as love for devotion to one's country. On the other hand, nationalism is defined as loyalty and devotion to a nation. However, nationalism also put emphasis on exalting one's nation above the others. In this text, the author first defined patriotism and mentioned how nationalism is similar to it. Although patriotism and nationalism are almost the same, the author also mentioned the difference of the two. The third pattern of development is cause and effect. The author focuses on the causes and the effects of a particular event or situation. In order to spot this, look for the following signal words: because, why, reasons, since, therefore, hence, and as a result. Take a look at this example text on how optimism boosts immunity. According to a new research, a positive attitude strengthens the immune system. A study tracked changes in optimism and immune response among students. The results show that as they became more optimistic, they showed strong cell-mediated immunity. In this text, the author is claiming that the effect of having a positive attitude is having a strong immune system. Fourth pattern of development is problem and solution. The author states a problem and discusses one or several solutions in order to solve the problem. Signal words that may be used are problem, solution, in order to, so that, to solve this. Look at this text on the solution to unstable internet connection. In online distance learning, the most common problem among students is the stability of their internet connection. A lot of students have been missing classes because of this. As a solution, the school asks its teachers to prepare a recorded video of each lesson for students to play in case they got disconnected during class. The problem presented in this text is the stability of the student's internet connection. The solution presented is teachers preparing a recorded video of each lesson. The last pattern of development is sequence, where the author states the information in a particular sequence or order. The signal words that may be used are first, next, then, lastly, and finally. For example, the development of the Federalist Papers in American history. In order to defend the new United States Constitution, Alexander Hamilton joined forces with James Madison and John Jay. They wrote a series of essays entitled the Federalist Papers. First, their plan was to write 25 essays, but in the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. Jay only wrote 5, Madison wrote 29, finally, Hamilton wrote 51. This text explains the sequence of how the 85 essays in the Federalist Papers were written. It uses several signal words such as first, but in the end, and finally. All of the patterns of developments need to be organized according to the requirements of an expository essay in order to maintain a smooth flow of ideas. The following are the elements of an expository essay: main thesis, introductory paragraph, body paragraphs, clear and good transitions, and concluding paragraph. Let's discuss them one by one. The main thesis is the focus of the essay. For example, the topic is all about the new social media platform, TikTok. The main thesis should capture the whole essence of the essay. TikTok emerges on top of other social media platforms as it encourages user engagement and hones creativity. With this thesis, bear in mind that the writer should focus on 2 things: TikTok's ways of encouraging user engagement and TikTok's features in honing its users' creativity. The main thesis is not the introduction. Rather, it is part of the introductory part. The introductory paragraph should provide a brief information about the topic or main idea. Again, the topic of our expository essay is TikTok, and this is the introductory paragraph. TikTok is a social media application for making and sharing short videos. It has all sorts of tools like video filters, music insertion, comment response, and user duets. Unlike Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, the user is exposed to different types of contents, not just the ones that their friends, mutuals, or following posts. TikTok emerges on top of other social media platforms as it encourages user engagement and hones creativity. First, the introduction gave a brief information about TikTok. It is a social media application for making and sharing short videos. In the last sentence, you will see the main thesis. TikTok emerges on top of other social media platforms as it encourages user engagement and hones creativity. The next element is body paragraphs. These are detailed evidence or supporting facts to explain the main idea. These connect the evidence or supporting facts to the main thesis. Since the main thesis has 2 focus, encourage user engagement and hone creativity, the first body paragraph should focus on the first topic, which is about user engagement. In Facebook, once you accepted a person as your friend, he or she would have access to your list of friends, photos and videos, and other posts. You may interact with each other through comments, group chat, or private message. TikTok, on the other hand, takes user engagement to another level. If you set your settings on public, anyone can see your posts and anyone can comment on them. They may give you suggestions on your next video or just react to the video that you had posted. Nonetheless, you can post their comments on your next video and give your reply creatively. Moreover, TikTok allows you to duet a video, may it be dance or song duet, or just react to an existing video, depending on your creativity. So, how will you know that this connects to the main thesis? It has a transition sentence. TikTok, on the other hand, takes user engagement to another level. With the mention of user engagement, you know that this paragraph is answering the first claim in the main thesis. The second body paragraph should focus on honing creativity. The TikTok principle is inspire creativity and bring joy, which manifests through its interface. For users, it delivers amazing personalized content. For creators, it gives a host of tools that allow them to get creative and experiment. Its real appeal comes in its authenticity, where everyone feels free to show their true selves. It is a place where everyone belongs. It's an inclusive platform that encourages users to be their authentic selves, while finding a community that does the same. Communities have sprung up around anything from comedy to dance, cooking, sport, fashion, animals, and more. This paragraph gives several reasons on how TikTok inspires its users and viewers to be creative. Aside from the introduction and body paragraphs, you also need to have clear and good transitions. These are words or phrases that link the main points of each paragraph and clarify the connections between ideas. Your knowledge on conjunctions and transition markers would be very helpful in writing expository essays. Let's go back to the introduction. The transition word used here is unlike. Unlike is showing contrast between TikTok and other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. In the first body paragraph, several transition words and phrases were used, such as on the other hand, nonetheless, and moreover. On the other hand shows the difference between user engagement on TikTok and Facebook. Nonetheless shows a restatement of the previous claims. Moreover gives additional information about user engagement activities in TikTok. Lastly, the word creativity. Although this is not a traditional transition word, this links the first body paragraph to the next as it presents the next point of the author. The second paragraph is connected to the third paragraph with just the word creativity. It shows that the ideas are still connected with each other. The last element of an expository essay is the concluding paragraph. This affirms or restates the main thesis. Overall, social media has always empowered everyone to be content creators, encouraged connections, and built online communities. TikTok turned up above all other known social media platforms because of its unique user engagement and variety of avenues to hone creativity. If we will place the introductory paragraph and concluding paragraph side by side, you will see that the concluding paragraph is just a restatement of the introductory paragraph without actually copying it word for word. So the main thesis in the introductory paragraph is TikTok emerges on top of other social media platforms as it encourages user engagement and hones creativity. In the conclusion, this is restated as TikTok turned up above all other known social media platforms because of its unique user engagement and variety of avenues to hone creativity. Remember that you are not allowed to add any more information in the concluding paragraph. In conclusion, the structure of an expository essay is just like the structure of any other types of essays that you know. There is the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Remember that the introduction gives background information about the subject of the essay and the thesis statement. The body gives the supporting details, evidence or factual information connected by transition words or phrases. Lastly, the conclusion restates the thesis statement and synthesizes the information presented in the text, and it does not provide new information. I hope that you have learned a lot about expository text in this video. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more English lessons. Thank you for watching!